And coming to you today from the Clippers starting five. They've got Paul George. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the three. Covington with the steal. A solo fast break. Powell with it. Leonard picks him up. Powell, that's good.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
And George, here we go. Over McCollum. A nice shot by George. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. George against McCollum. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And the focus Paul George has. Outstanding job finding a way to score on physical defense.
Carmelo Anthony's checked in for McCollum. Lillard looking around. To the inside. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Well, this gives you some confidence when you drop three straight to start the game.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throw of the night here.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town.
Now here's Leonard. And George kicks to Zubac. Leonard with no one around. No good from outside.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Second chance shot. Nurkic the pass to Covington. Powell for three. That shot missing. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision. The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Jackson up top, covered by Lillard. And Covington sends it back. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. Here's Powell, and it's sent back by George.
Not going to be Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender.
And Nurkic gets it to go.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the second pick in the 2017 draft. That or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
Now, here's Lillard. He has 6. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. And that one's good, Leonard.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Lillard against Jackson. And the basket by Lillard. Lillard's got 8 points.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Now, here is Morris. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's George. Tries again. Shoots over Powell. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
Nurkic dishes to Lillard. And Portland turns it over again.
just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. McCollum's checked in, and a switch here also for the Clippers. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Jackson. Now here is Morris. The three from George. And the rebound by Nurkic. Powell inside. He's covered by Rondo. Covington with the bucket.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
And George kicks to Morris. Powell against Leonard. And he uses the glass on the layup. Leonard's got his third bucket of the night. Trailblazers leading by 5. Lillard outside. Down low, Covington. A second chance effort. And that's 2 points on the layup. Covington's got his second basket of the game.
All-out effort all the time. Covington was undrafted, and he's worked his way into NBA minutes.
Here's Leonard, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Oh, we've seen some... And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is still...
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. They've got Batum, Luke Kennard out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's man in at the 3 slot. And the dunk by Batum.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
Here's Simons. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Jones in the post. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint. McCollum outside. Makes it off the glass. McCollum's got 4 points in the quarter.
And give McCollum credit. It's big for his confidence when he's able to muscle these shots in. And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverly is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
Giles checked in for Portland. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Jones. Here's McCollum. Giles controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Trailblazers lead by 7.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Now Beverly. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Cantor kicks to Hollis Jefferson. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. Rajon Rondo's checked in for Kennard. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And he converts the layup. McCollum's got the lead up to 9 now for Portland.
Nice touch there from McCollum. Looking comfortable and confident from that range.
Rondo against McCollum. The pass to Mann. He dishes it to Batum. Pass to Mann. Just 5 to shoot. A three-pointer, no good. Portland leading by 9. Back to Canner. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Giles, that's good.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Anthony comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Norman Powell's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons. And it's sent back by Lillard. And he recovers it. George finds Zubac. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Portland leading by 11. Here is Lillard. 8 points for him. Now here's Powell. Back to Lillard for the 3. Giles. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Both good from the line that time.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
There's 57 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
And overall, very cold from the outside throughout this first half.
Giles the pass to Powell. Lillard outside. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Leonard. Clippers trail by 13. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And it's Beverly missing. And here's Portland. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Back to Giles. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Giles has got 8 points in the quarter.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there.
He hits both from the stripe.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Lillard with it. Over Beverly. And that one hits back iron. And so it's the Portland. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to leading the way at the start. It was Damian Lillard. He had 8 points and 1 block. Shaq, how do you And that'll about...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Clippers trail by 13. And he banks in the layup. George has got 9 points.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination. In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. Lillard against Jackson. And Lillard gets it to go. He's got 10.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Clock at 4, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. A different look now for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic, and Jones subbed in for Powell. The Clippers also changing it up. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Zubac. Luke Kennard comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Rajon Rondo subbed in for George. And the Clippers call time here. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with the King. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Knocked away. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. And there's the foul to try to stop the break. And that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up. And they'll retain possession. This is his first free throw of the game.
76% from the line a season ago.
Outside Anthony. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. The 3, Kanter trying to free himself up. And Kanter able to finish. And the Trailblazers lead by 17.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's Rondo. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. 6 to shoot. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
2 of Rondo's greatest assets. Very strong for his size and very comfortable operating in the paint.
McCollum against Kennard. Anthony kicks to McCollum. He feeds it to Kanter. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Outside for Batum. Pass to Rondo. Here's man on the wing, Batum. From 18 feet away. And Kanter pulls it down.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there.
That one goes. Count it.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Jones checked in for Harry Giles. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Beverly's checked in. Here's Simons. Outside, Jones. Pass to Simons. Fires from deep. The three-pointer is right on target. Simons has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Rondo drives in. Anthony with the block. And now here comes Jones leading the break. Anthony, the pass to Jones. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. Anthony no one around. The shot misses. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Beverly. And the layup's good off the glass. Beverly's got 5.
I mean, blowing past the defense, Patrick Beverly gets up and down the court in a blink.
It's McCollum on the wing. He's got 12. From the left block. It's hauled in by Beverly. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's an 18-point game. And now Portland on the break. There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter. The three from Anthony. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Trailblazers lead by 20.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Here's Cantor following the basket by Marcus Morris. No good from 11 feet. Over to the wing. Back to Beverly. Outside Rondo. Over in the corner, Beverly. And the pass to Kennard. Now Morris. Misses the shot. And so it's Portland with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, the two stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Jackson is out there with Patrick Beverly. And it's Zubats in at the 5 spot. And Portland has possession after the basket by Los Angeles. Stolen by Zubats. Oh, Leonard in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And boy, Kawhi is the perfect target. The big reach to get to the pass and the great hands on the catch.
McCollum dishes to Lillard. Five on the clock, and Lillard gets double-teamed. And a wide-open look for McCollum. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Paul George with the steal. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. Shoots over Covington, and it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Morris. Here's Lillard. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
Here's George. And then George with the jam.
Letting it all hang out. When George takes flight, just enjoy the show.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Here's Lillard. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Here's George. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that run had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
They've done a great job, but they're not done yet.
McCollum, no good. Clippers trail by 8. Passes it to Jackson. Clippers moving the ball around. Outside, George. There's the 3. Portland grabs the miss. Covington's got 4 rebounds in this game. McCollum passes to Powell. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
The shot by George, wide open. Hits it from three-point range. George has got 7 now in this quarter.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
What I like during this run, they paid incredible attention to the details at both ends. That needs to continue.
Now here's Covington. Shot clock at 6. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Shooting for Portland, Robert Covington.
It's the first that stretches their lead to 8. Cantor checked in for Portland. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. Covington against Leonard. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
And you've got to love the energy right now. They got hot when they absolutely had to.
They're so close now, they've got to keep their foot on the gas pedal.
Now, here's Lillard. Kicks to Cantor. Back to Lillard. Launches a 3. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Outside Leonard. The deep 3 from George. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Lillard against Jackson. A 3 ball. The Clippers grab the miss. Here's Leonard. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
You see the power right there from Kawhi. Absorbs contact and able to convert right through it.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Two points here might be all the cushion they need.
You would think so. This game is theirs for the taking.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson. They get it back. Doesn't go for him. Here's the Clippers. They're on an 18-6 run. Leonard kicks to Patterson. Leonard inside. The rebound by Giles. Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Taking 2 shots.
And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. Stolen away from deep. And so it's Portland winning this one. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3 slot. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward. Holiday finds DiVincenzo. Giannis passes to Lopez. The kick out to Holiday. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. 4 on the shot clock. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul. And Portland with the ball. Lillard with it. Now guarded by Middleton. Lillard the pass to Nurkic. Here's Powell. Over Holiday. And Antetokounmpo with the block.
And if Giannis is anywhere close to you, don't shoot it. His length covers a ton of ground, and boy, is he fast.
Outside Holiday. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Back to Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
And guys, that's a sight we've become far too accustomed to seeing. Antetokounmpo throwing it down like it was just another day at the office.
Here's Lillard. McCollum right side. He kicks it to Powell. Nurkic trying to get open. Here's Lillard. Left side Covington. No luck, they battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Here's DiVincenzo. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's Powell. Pass to Nurkic. Unable to get that one. Good D by Lopez. The Bucks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Antetokounmpo kicks to Lopez. Back to Giannis. On the wing, Holiday. He feeds it to Giannis. Can't cash in from close range.
Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that, anyway.
Holiday, the pass to Middleton. Shoots over Powell. They get it again. Giannis, right side. Middleton outside. Got a piece of it.
Well, that's just a lucky break for the D. Yeah, keep giving him that shot. Bad things will happen.
Here's Lillard. Another shot. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Oh, man, an underrated big man. Nurkic, I mean, his brute strength is intimidating to deal with on both ends.
And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic, but hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up, but I know you were doing your thing, but he would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
Cantor finds Jones. And here is Anthony. Misses off the left iron. 1:22 left here in the opening quarter. Portis, the pass to Tucker. Back to Portis. Shot from 12. That's good on the jump shot.
Can't take Portis lightly from the mid-range. This is one of his go-to shots.
Simons surveying the D. Milwaukee with the rebound. Here's Tucker. And Cantor pulls it down. Portland trailing here. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, the defender all over.
The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
McCollum's checked in for the Trailblazers.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Here's Forbes. And a miss there on the triple.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Cantor kicks to McCollum. Simons the pass to McCollum. And Cantor throws it down.
Great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. I mean, a good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
Here's Jones. Trains it from 9 feet away.
I'd like to see the D with a little more energy out there. They kind of forgot about him.
Outside Teague. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, when Teague has a step or two on the drive, he'll shield the ball and do his best to draw contact.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. McCollum fires from way outside. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Trailblazers. This is what Giannis Antetokounmpo recently told us when he was asked.
For me personally,
And for Giannis, Greg, the consistency from range has been a focal point.
The more accurate he is from outside, the wider the driving lanes become, making him nearly impossible to stop.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, governing the split-second chance opportunities. I mean, that's what has them in the lead right now.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the 2nd quarter gets going. On the court for the Trailblazers, we've got Anthony. He's out there with Derek Jones. C.J. McCollum out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the point. And here's McCollum for 3. Drills the three-pointer. McCollum's got 5 now. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces. But title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Back to McCollum. Ooh, the double clutch. No good there. The Bucks go the other way with it. Here's Holiday, and Jones sends it back. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Count it. McCollum's got the lead up to 6 now for the Trailblazers.
Yeah, and the blinding quickness right there on display for McCollum. He excels at leaking out and capitalizing in the open floor.
Outside Holiday. The pass to Antetokounmpo. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. He's got 8.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Anthony drawing the double team. Back to McCollum from outside the arc. Rebound, Milwaukee. Giannis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. DiVincenzo finds Giannis. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Offensive rebound. Back to DiVincenzo. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Norman Powell's checked in for Jones. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anfernee Simon. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
You better respect the interior game a little bit. He gets deep inside. He forces the defense to hit him.
So he gets them both. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. And here is Teague. Passes it to Portis. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Great D that time from Nurkic.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Teague dishes to Forbes. Back to Teague. Lillard with the rebound. Lillard's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's McCollum. Nurkic trying to get open. And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Lillard.
This system is set up perfectly for him today. I mean, it's allowing him to find a lot of good shots.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Aston Morrow. Now here's Tucker. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Even though he lacks some size, Tucker's strength makes up for it. He competes inside.
Lillard outside. There's 47 seconds left in the first half. Covington kicks to Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Covington. Off target from outside. Bucks trail by 8. Back to Portis. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Portis has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
17 seconds left in the first half of the game. McCollum with the ball. Picked up by Teague. Lillard fires away from way outside. Off target with the open look. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Well, he's been an elite scorer. And that's a wrap.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at center. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks.
And with great positional size, Milton knows how to do damage down low.
Basket counts.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive end.
Outside Holiday. In the corner, Middleton with it. Here's Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That is his first foul of the game. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Kanter, the pass to Covington. And Giannis pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
We don't talk much about his defense. I mean, Kanter has been much maligned for his work at that end. But he's been making a better effort.
And that one drops.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Giannis outside. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. That one doesn't go, but he's still shooting 50%, 5 of 10.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
McCollum dishes to Lillard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Fast break, Milwaukee, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
For Milwaukee, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Connaughton's checked in.
Nice and steady so far in the second half. They're 3 for 4.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. 7-point differential. Here's Middleton. Up and in on the layup. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think 2 guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the 2 guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it. They pass it. They can shoot it from the free throw line. They give you rim protection. I'd throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. Now, here's Teague. Defense right on him. Here's Powell. That one drops for him. And now it's a 9-point Trailblazer lead.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Teague, the pass to Forbes. Kicks it to Tucker. Dishes it to Teague. Back to Tucker. He doesn't hit that one. Excellent D there from Anthony.
And they continue to control the glass.
Now Tucker. It's stolen by Jones. Cantor with it. Picked up by Portis. Anthony, the pass to Simons. Poked away, and the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. So it's Portland now. Back to Anthony, and stolen by Jeff Teague. Tucker with the ball, working on Jones. Tucker can't get it to go. Here's Simons. Ball stolen. Now the Bucks moving it up. The Bucks working the ball around. Here's Nora. Tucker the pass to Nora. 3-pointer. Forbes can't get it to go. Portland leading by 9. And stolen by Jeff Teague. Tucker with the ball. Anthony on him. Here's Portis. Good work there as it goes. Portis has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
If this speaks to how strong Portis is, it's obvious he enjoys showing off that muscle.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their defense has been... And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, Derek Jones is out there with Anthony. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Lillard in at the one spot. And he makes the first. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Milwaukee. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. McCollum's checked in. Here's DiVincenzo. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
Robert Covington's checked in for the Trailblazers. Trailblazers leading by 5. Lillard looking around. Good on the shot.
It seems like they found their rhythm offensively, and they're shooting the ball much better out of the break.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Holiday. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
In the long strides of Antetokounmpo, once he gets downhill, there's almost no stopping.
McCollum outside. The shot by Lillard wide open. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Well, it was just a mystery what the defense was doing there. You never want to give him that much space outside the three-point line.
And Middleton kicks to Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Lillard against Holiday. Now, here's Lillard. He's guarded closely. Covington's shot is off.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. I mean, but his offense has not been there for him tonight.
Lopez passes to Holiday. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Antetokounmpo. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Trailblazers leading by 4. Anthony dishes to Nurkic. It's tipped. The pass to Covington. Stolen by Middleton. And Holiday kicks to Antetokounmpo. It counts. And the foul. It's on Damian Lillard.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup. And for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. So for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Giles comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Powell in for Carmelo Anthony. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Terry Stotts just went over his game plan with his team. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
Here's Lillard. That one falls.
But Lillard, he's an exceptional player. He's a guy you trust to make the right decision in these moments.
Bucks trail by 3. Holiday, the pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Holiday. Middleton dishes to Antetokounmpo. From 6 feet, and he hits the jump shot. Giannis has got 13 points in the second half.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
Lillard against Holiday, and a missed layup. For Milwaukee, they've gotten absolutely red hot shooting the ball here in the fourth. A perfect 6 for 6. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Man, with that skill set at 6'11", Giannis might be the toughest guard in the league.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
Listen, there's no doubt he feels like they should have the lead, but that miss will keep it all tied up.
Love the poise of McCollum. He looks comfortable shooting in crucial moments of the game.
Antetokounmpo looking it over to the right side. Lopez finds Antetokounmpo. Here's Middleton. The kick out to Lopez. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
Powell, that's good.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Here's Giannis. Yes!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hand. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
McCollum kicks to Lillard. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth. Lopez against Cantor. A second chance effort. Tips it up, and Cantor able to finish.
Look at Enes Kanter maintaining that competitive energy. Finds a big shot to keep them in it.
Giannis outside. He can't hit that time. McCollum outside. The dish to Lillard. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. They seem to rep. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Check out the fashion style of the Bucks as they short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
They're missing a quality player Injuries a big part of the game. They've just got to make the adjustments.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3 slot. And for the Clippers, Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Zubac in at the 5 spot. And Holiday throws it down.
He's an explosive, athletic guard, and I tell you, the coaching staff must love watching Holiday in the open court.
Now, here's Morris. From deep, George tries again, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Brook Lopez.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Well, Greg, fans and players alike are excited for tonight. This is just not another game on the schedule.
Clash of the Titans in this one. This will be a great test for both teams.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. For 3, Middleton. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Here's Los Angeles now. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, Kawhi Leonard might be quiet off the court, but on the court, he makes a lot of noise.
To the inside. And Holiday kicks to Lopez. Middleton outside. Antetokounmpo passes to DiVincenzo. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Now, here is Morris. George with the ball. And they pick up 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Paul George making his last shot. Misses in close.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
From the arc. Here's Morris. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Paul George will force you to stay balanced defensively because if you have a miscue, he will find the open guy.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Morris. Luke Kennard comes in for George. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And it's the Bucks on the break. Holiday with the ball. Lopez kicks to Holiday. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Clock at 6. Holiday against Rondo. The shot by Holiday, no good. Clippers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Offline with his 3. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That is his first foul of the game. Los Angeles making a switch here. Cousins is checked in. Outside Teague. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Portis. That's good. And so Teague with the assist. And that makes it a tie ball game.
Well, a point guard must understand window of opportunity, and Jeff Teague specializes in exactly that.
Kennard finds Rondo. Leonard looking over the floor. It's rebounded by Portis. Leonard's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Tucker the pass to Noro. Portis with it. To the wing on the left. Here's Forbes. A miss that time would have put him up.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. And so it's Milwaukee now after the Clippers pick up 2. Outside Portis. Releases from 15. Cousins pulls it in.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Here's Leonard. Basket good. Leonard's got 6 points.
You can see the handle of Kawhi Leonard so much tighter than it used to be. How confident is he off the dribble?
Right side Teague. And that does it for the first quarter. Clippers lead by 4. We'll be back shortly. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Portis is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Connaughton in at the 3. Left side, George. And George with the stuff.
What a contest this is turning into. Almost like a dunk contest, Kevin.
You're right, Greg. They are really going at it, and it's bound to only get more intense from here on out. Here is Forbes. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Jackson in for Paul George. Milwaukee also making some changes. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And Middleton subbed in for Pat Connaughton. Jackson passes to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Oh, my goodness. You cannot give up a lane to the cup. Once Marcus Morris sees one, forget about it.
On the wing, DiVincenzo. Middleton finds Antetokounmpo. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Giannis has got 6.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Drew Holiday. He's checked in for the Bucks. Back to Beverly. Taken away by Holiday. One-on-one here. DiVincenzo passes to Giannis.
And that move has become second nature for Giannis. Once he establishes position, game over.
Morris outside. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Stolen by Zubac. And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop. And it's good for two. Beverly's got his first points of the night.
What a nice little burst from Patrick Beverly to get in transition.
Outside Holiday to the middle. Here's Giannis. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Bucks shooting their fourth and fifth attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Los Angeles. Paul George comes in for Patrick Beverly. Milwaukee also making some changes. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Lopez. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Dante DiVincenzo. Zubac kicks to Jackson. Right side Leonard. Rebounded by the Bucks. If they time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
They grab their own miss. Antetokounmpo dishes to Tucker. Shot clock at 5. Holiday, the pass to Connaughton. And it's off from three-point range. Clippers trail by 3. Leonard attacking, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, this guy is such a physical presence. Kawhi, phenomenal at finishing on the post, possesses great touch and great length.
Antetokounmpo finds Holiday. Here's Tucker. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And that's it for... Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Reading a competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. They never put themselves in too much danger. 4 points. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one, he's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Well, one of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end, and boy, this young guy has done just that.
We've got Reggie Jackson. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George, and it's Zubac in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Milwaukee in the lead. Now Holiday. Giannis outside. Middleton on the wing. 5 to shoot. On the wing, Holiday. Knocks down the 3-ball. Holiday's got the lead up to 4 now for the Bucks.
Gotta respect the range of Holiday if you're the D, showing he can hurt you from that area.
Here's Morris. Kicks it out to Leonard. Pass to Jackson. Now here's Zubac. Goes back up. Back to Jackson. Clippers moving the ball around. George passes to Leonard. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Outside Holiday. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Rondo against T. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. Searching for that first bucket here in the third.
This is what keeps Cousins' percentages up. The gimmies, my goodness.
Milwaukee leading by 4. Outside T. Now the pass to Portis. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Portis has got his second basket.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Rondo dishes to Batum. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing. And his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there. Kind of a glue guy.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverley comes in for Rajon Rondo. Teague against Beverley. Teague the pass to Tucker. Here's Nwora. No points in the game yet for him. Tucker finds Portis. Excellent D there from George. Clippers trail by 4. Kennard the pass to Batum. Back to Kennard. Outside Leonard. Banked in off the glass. Leonard's got 10 points in the game.
How about the focus and locked-in nature of Kawhi Leonard? My goodness. When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
Portis against Leonard. Batum with the steal. Inside by himself, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, that's about recognizing a transition opportunity when it presents itself. Nice job by Kawhi Leonard.
And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. The kick out to T. Here is Forbes. He's covered by Leonard. Leonard with the steal. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Kennard finds George. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Now, Paul George is an exceptional athlete and demonstrating his insane dunking skills there. Get this guy in the dunk competition.
T dishes to Forbes. Stolen by Beverley. Got it up. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Setting the floor for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo, and it's Lopez in at center.
We are talking about a solid 230 pounds. Kawhi Leonard's strength and his frame allows him to get shots off under duress.
Bucks trail by 5. And here's Holiday. Passes it to DiVincenzo. Back to Holiday. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Just 5 on the clock. Over Morris. Bank shot, no good.
The defense not a factor there. Very surprising he couldn't capitalize.
Leonard inside, defended by Middleton. Yep, it counts.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
And for Milwaukee, they're shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Middleton looking it over. Pass to DiVincenzo. Holiday. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the 4th quarter. Leonard, the pass to Mann. Kicks it out to Leonard. 4 on the clock. There's the pass to Morris. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And a lot of attention on Antetokounmpo's offense, but don't sleep on the D. He can defend every part of the court and does it with intensity.
Rajon Rondo is checked in for the Clippers. Back to Antetokounmpo. 2nd minute off the clock now in the 4th. Holiday attacking. Good. Holiday's got 4 this quarter.
An intense competitor. It's clear that Holiday enjoys going hard at the defense and finishing on them.
Rondo passes to Jackson. To the paint. Pass to Zubac. Drops in the layup for 2. And the Clippers lead by 5.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Holiday looking for an opening. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing the muscles he's added to that near 7-foot frame.
Free throw, no good for Antetokounmpo. Clippers leading by 3. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Wow. How about Paul George commanding the basketball when his team needs a basket? Go to work, sir.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got his 3rd assist on the night. Outside, George. Leonard, the pass to George. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Bucks trail by 5. There's a 1:40 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Antetokounmpo. He misses his 3rd shot of the game. He has made 6 of his 9. Inside, here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
When Kawhi Leonard is healthy, he can dominate both ends of the floor. Nice job to finish it there.
Middleton against Leonard. Middleton left side. Antetokounmpo trying to break loose. Middleton can't get it to go.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
And Morris throws it down.
Well, I'll tell you this, if the defense collapses, if it makes a mistake momentarily, Beverly has the kind of basketball IQ to take advantage.
Middleton outside. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Beverly deciding where to go with it. Leonard kicks to Cousins. Back to Leonard. Floats it up for Cousins. Stolen by Middleton.
Disappointing day for them. Let's see if they go down with a fight.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way.
They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Now, here's George. This one for three. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. And here's Giannis from outside. The shot will not fall. So the Clippers with the win. It was a David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
You're looking live and down at the Staples Center. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center. And for Los Angeles, Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Covington passes to Nurkic. An easy 2 points on the layup. In the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered at the point guard position in particular. Much more scoring expected than in decades past.
Well, I think guys have the green light, Kevin.
What a jam!
Wow, fans loving that right there.
What a jam!
Nice. Paul George dunk contest, maybe a little older, but I love to see him get up.
Pass to Lillard. About a minute played so far here in the first. And it's good, 2 points.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Outside Leonard. Back to George. To the middle. Kicks it out to Leonard. Takes the 3.
Come on.
The shot that time, not on target. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and a championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story. I saw a green light there. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Powell finds Nurkic. The Clippers grab the miss. Here's George, and it's Paul George with the finish.
Well, once Paul George gets in that deep, get out of the way. He's coming right at you.
Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Lillard. It's good.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Lillard against George. Zubac trying to break loose. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
And you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Simons kept alive.
I feel like Melo has always been a guy who doesn't mind hanging around down low, knocking guys around a little bit, and getting great second chance opportunities.
The drive by Rondo, and then Cousins with the dunk.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. And he uses the glass on the layup. McCollum's got his second basket of the night.
Well, this is where that sweet handle of McCollum's comes into play. When he goes on the dribble drive, very few defenders can get in good position to slow him down.
Here's George. Batum trying to break loose. And George gets it to go.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
And that one is hammered home.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
And George gets it to go. George has got 12 in the game.
Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Kicks it out to Jones. Back to McCollum. Over George. McCollum, no good.
He's got so many ways to score in the post. Just nifty, uses fakes. You have to have a body on him every time he's down there.
Trailblazers trail by 4. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock.
Melo showing that he's still got it down there. Gets enough space to get up and get to the rim.
And it's Rondo with the ball for Los Angeles. The 3 from George. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. 15 points in the game.
Oh, man, off to a terrific start. Yet to miss with 6 made buckets.
They swipe it. Here's the 3. It's good from long range.
Yeah, which ways tonight has Paul George not made an impact in this game? A one-man wrecking crew.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for... And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed...
This game, it's...
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here. What have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
On the floor for Portland, Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then it's Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in at the 2.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
George passes to Mann. George against Jones. The shot by George, no good.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
The shot's good from Kanter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
It's George on the wing. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in.
Yeah, Paul George will take those opportunities anytime he can get them. A nice dunk there.
Beverly against Lillard. Got it. Good job in the low post. Lillard's got 6 points. Clippers leading by 6. Beverly deciding where to go with it. The putback. That shot misses. Now Portland takes it the other way. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on George. It seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific play.
3 terrific kids. You're right. Here's Lillard. Rebound by the Clippers. Morris with the ball. Now Covington defending. Jackson. Powell pulls it in. Poke loose. Trailblazers trail by 7. And Jones slams it in.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
Jackson finds Leonard. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Zubac's in the post. Working on Jones. Lillard against Beverly. Lillard, the pass to Covington. Nurkic trying to get open. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Covington. A minute 50 left here in the second. And another fast break for Portland. The Trailblazers running.
Another reminder that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love it.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
Giving up a run here, can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a 4th? I'm not sure.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubats. Luke Kennard comes in for Jackson. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Portland also making some changes. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Here's Nurkic. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. The shot's good from Kennard.
I mean, with just how dominant he can be scoring inside and outside, to have that kind of vision, wow, what a complete center.
And here's McCollum for 3. Connects from 3-point range. McCollum's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers. Rondo passes to Leonard. Over Jones. Cousins. That shot is off. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. And a wide open look for McCollum. Off target from three-point range. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Leonard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Such a difficult guy to keep up with and also have a conversation with. Leonard, sometimes all you can do is foul him.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and gameplay. Kicks it out to McCollum. Here's Covington. Morris with the rebound. The Clippers shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Good D by McCollum.
Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense, not really a factor.
Here's Rondo. Morris, left side. And a close game so far through the first.
Hey, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime. It was a shaky first quarter for Portland. The deficit for them at one point grew to 8 points. Thanks for joining.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Paul George in this game, guys. He's been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
We've got Kawhi Leonard. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jackson in at the point guard position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. The three from George. And the rebound by Nurkic. Portland leading by 3. Down low. Leonard with the steal. Here's Morris. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
And last season, Marcus Morris is named one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason a year ago. A lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switch to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
Leonard looking around. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Leonard's got 9.
Very easily could have been an and one there. Leonard takes the contact and still maintains the focus to make the score.
Lillard against Jackson. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Leonard attacking, and he goes big with the dunk right over Robert Covington.
It looks like an orange in his hand, and Kawhi tenacious to the rim with that finish.
It's stolen by Morris. Jackson with it. Now Covington defending. And yes, it's good. And now a 4-point Clipper lead.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Lillard attacking, and it's McCollum in the corner. He's looking for Lillard and finds him. Puts up a 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Leonard. Second shot opportunity. Morris finds Leonard. Back to Morris. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Just 5 to shoot. Second chance shot, and it's Leonard missing. Trailblazers trail by 4. And here's Covington. And it's McCollum in the corner. They double team McCollum. Nurkic kicks the foul. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. So for the Trailblazers, Cantor checked in for Nurkic, and Carmelo Anthony is subbed in for Robert Covington. I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
And he's all over that shot, has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it, the fast break chance. Foul. That's good.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
Outside, George. And again, no good by the Clippers. And the dunk by Powell.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Enes Kanter.
Paul George put his defender in the blender right there. Tough for him to guard that kind of possession.
Jones checked in for Portland. And Fernie Simons comes in for Damian Lillard.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Stolen by Beverly. One-on-one here. Keeps it alive.
Cousins goes right up with the shot there. He knows he can't be guarded at that spot.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. 4-point game. 58 seconds left here in the third quarter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
First free throw is good.
A lot of questions in the early part of C.J. McCollum's career about could he become a valuable scorer in the league and really what position would he play. But after being the 10th overall pick in 2013, he's answered those questions.
Rondo, bounce pass. Here's Kennard. Pass to Rondo. Beverly with the ball. Just 4 to shoot. And Anthony sends it back.
How about Melo rising up quick to that one there? Nice shot block.
McCollum. No good on the shot. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. The shot and game clock separated by 4. And the basket by Oturu. And the Clippers lead by 4.
It would take some very special defense to stop him once he gets that close to the bucket. And they weren't special that time.
Simons, the pass to Kanter. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And they know for next time, don't let him establish position down low.
Yeah, when he's this close to the basket, it's a wrap.
A shot by Batum, no good. And McCollum launches it from deep. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. The Clippers. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Here's Rondo. On the floor for Portland. They've got Enes Kanter. Robert Covington out there with Anthony. Then there's McCollum. And it's Simons in the point. And Beverly kicks to Morris. Stolen by McCollum. And now Portland on the break. Jumps up. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Rajon Rondo. And the first one drops. And the Clippers making a change here. Leonard's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Good D by Covington. And for Portland, their shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
The wide open look here for Anthony. Here's McCollum. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
Sometimes CJ just with movement alone finds himself in the right spot, and this time picks up a couple of garbage points.
And that one's good. Leonard's got it all tied up now for Los Angeles.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one. Well, he got off to a terrific start from the perimeter, but in the second half, he can't seem to build on that early success.
Here's McCollum. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
Well, McCollum undersized at his position, at least in terms of his strength. But he can play that way because he competes. That's a tough one there.
And he gets it to go. Leonard's got 4 points this quarter.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Yep, that one goes. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Over in the corner, Batum. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
Orchestrating right now, Rondo should be playing with a baton.
Here's Simons, covered by Morris. They get it back. Covington passes to Cantor. Anthony against Leonard. 5 to shoot. Goes up again. With 1 on the clock. And Cantor with the lay-in. Good.
He's a scorer and stepping up this time. Cantor with a big one.
And it's Rondo with the ball for Los Angeles. And there's the pass to Batum. Morris right side. Outside Leonard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
With those long arms and with the high release point, Leonard is practically daring you to foul him.
So for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Batum. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in for Rajon Rondo. Portland also making some changes. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Norman Powell comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Here's Leonard, and it's Leonard with the jam.
And who do you call when you need a big bucket for this team more and more? It's Kawhi.
Portland trailing here. And there's 1:45 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Lillard. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
And that is what you need in big moments. Lillard's a strong leader with competitive drive. Bingo.
Outside, George. And it's George finishing it off.
That's why you turn to Paul George. These moments are for PG.
Lillard outside. Lays it up off the glass. Lillard's got 4 this quarter.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but when it gets close, he's getting the ball.
And that one is good from Zubac.
When you're a veteran player like Paul George, you understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
Lillard outside. Got it. A huge shot to tie it up.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
And George kicks to Zubac. McCollum against George. No good that time. Good D by Covington. And George gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. There's 31 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Lillard. Leonard gets a hand on it.
Let this be a reminder, when you're going up for a shot, it's always important to know where Kawhi Leonard may be lurking.
Nurkic dishes to McCollum. Lillard from outside. It's money from deep.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Leonard against Powell. There's the triple. Kicks it out to Leonard. Passes to Morris. George hacks a two-pointer. Can't connect. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Now the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Now here is Holiday. Middleton outside. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
That was really a platinum-level effort from Middleton. I mean, crafty in how he carved out room for himself on the interior.
Now here's Powell. Drills it from outside.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Holiday surveying the floor. Pass to Antetokounmpo. He can't get that one to fall. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Here's McCollum. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. McCollum's got his second basket of the night.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here is Holiday. Covington with the steal. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Powell the pass to Lillard. Here's Nurkic. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Middleton. That one rolling around and rims out.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Giannis against McCollum. Makes it off the glass.
Antetokounmpo going to work inside. Yeah, he's 6'11", but he's also relentless.
Lillard fires away from way outside. He's off on that one. Now the Bucks take it the other way. DiVincenzo kicks to Middleton. It's tipped. And Antetokounmpo inside. Covington's there. Antetokounmpo, no good. Here we go, one-on-one. Powell, that's good. Powell's got 5.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Giannis outside. Back to Lopez. Pass to Middleton. He dishes it to Lopez. Shot clock at 5. Pulls up on the wing. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Well, I like the fact that Middleton takes advantage of the mid-range jump shot. When he gets room to pull the trigger from there, he's taking it, and he's almost automatic.
Lillard from deep three-point land. Off target with his 3.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And Giannis throws it down.
Absolutely awesome to watch Antetokounmpo rise up for these throwdowns. I mean, it's really quite easy for him.
Now here's McCollum. Covington dishes to McCollum. And it's the Bucks on the break. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday.
And, you know, Cantor can dominate on the court, but his real passion may be pro wrestling. He even held a pro title belt for a little while. He's a big, strong fella. I know I wouldn't want to be in the ring with him.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. Here's Portis. They get it back. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Portland Trail Blazers. Here's Simons. Buries the long-range jumper.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Portis finds Tucker. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Portis trying to free himself. Tucker can't get it to go.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
McCollum, no good. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Trailblazers lead by 4 from Portland. We recently caught up with Drew Holiday, who talked about some trying.
Being able to go through adversity and come up strong.
And Greg, you feel like that pressure never really got to Holiday.
One of the toughest guards in the league, mentally and physically. He's a machine that just keeps on coming, no matter the circumstances.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Anthony is out there with Derek Jones. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point guard position.
And I like the decision-making. He's taking what the defense is willing to give him.
You know, more and more big guys in the league have that mid-range shot in their bag now, and they need it.
They get it again. The shot's good from Kanter.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Kanter gives your team found points off misses.
Now here's Teague. Tight defense on him. No good from Connaughton.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Tucker, the pass to Portis. Over to the left wing. Here's Nwora. He is guarded by McCollum. Nwora, that's good.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Jones, no one around him, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
The pass to Nwora. Cantor against Portis. Shoots over Cantor. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category, and a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Albert Covington picks one up.
And quite honestly, guys, Antetokounmpo, get that name right, folks. He's one of the most unique, talented players in the league. I mean, long arms, which really create a lot of problems for the defenders, whether he's passing or shooting.
Lopez, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Ante DiVincenzo comes in for Bryn Forbes. To the inside, Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Kicks it down to Middleton. Over Anthony. And again, the Bucks miss.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Holiday, the pass to DiVincenzo. And Holiday kicks to Antetokounmpo. And Covington sends it back.
Covington's reach, the length of his arms really coming in handy when he goes up to block shots like that. Carmelo Anthony showing you his passing skill there.
There's 57 seconds left in the second quarter. Bucks trail by 4. Antetokounmpo dishes to Holiday. Back to Antetokounmpo. That shot off. Good D by Covington. And now Portland on the break. Here's Powell. Second shot opportunity. And Lopez pulls it down.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. And the 3 off target. Trailblazers leading by 4. Powell, that's good. Powell's got 9.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Here's Holiday. They need this, and no good on the last second attempt this time. And that does it for the first half of play. It's the Trailblazers. Thanks, David, and we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At its highest, their lead topped out at 5.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the center position. Portland shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
Antetokounmpo finds Holiday. DiVincenzo against McCollum. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Lillard, the pass to Powell. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's DiVincenzo. Portland grabs the miss. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. A second chance effort. And the rejection by Giannis. To the middle. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. From outside, off the mark. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. 7-point differential. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Giannis has got 4 points in the quarter.
And Giannis is a beast, a Greek freak, a dominant player on the offensive end.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Oh, a nifty finisher. You didn't think Holiday would back down inside, did you?
Lillard against Holiday. Lillard the pass to Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Antetokounmpo. Lillard with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Up again, and Covington stays with it. Covington's got his first bucket in this one.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
Inside, Nurkic with the steal. And now Lillard running the floor all by himself.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
Giannis passes to Holiday. A minute 42 left in the third. DiVincenzo kicks to Lopez. The dish now to Middleton. Back to Lopez. Nurkic with the block. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Powell, no one around him. Those three-pointers off the mark. Bucks trail by 9. Right side, Antetokounmpo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, I tell you what, the long arms of Antetokounmpo are really incredibly lethal in the paint. Sometimes the defense really has no choice but to foul him and then hope he misses.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum. And Jones sends it back. They recover it. Count that bucket. Giannis has got 15 points. Trailblazers leading by 6. 44 seconds left to play in the third. Lillard the pass to Kanter. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Wow, I'm surprised. I thought that was definitely automatic.
Here's Giannis. Nice touch on the shot from close range. Now just a 4-point Portland lead.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Lillard dishes to Carmelo. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
That one's not going to go. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Anthony is out there with Ennis Cantor. Then it's Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in the shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Jones passes it to Cantor. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Here's Simons, and he comes up with the deuce. And now it's an 8-point Portland lead.
That is super efficient, getting in deep and then taking advantage.
Nwora, the pass to Teague. Here's Nwora. Pass to Portis. The inside shot. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And Jones with the stuff.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
The pass to Nwora. Now Portis. Pass to Nwora. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Lillard. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Lillard with the ball.
And when Lillard sees an opening, he takes full advantage. Skilled at drawing contact.
At the line for your Trailblazers.
First one falls for him. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here's Powell. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Chris Middleton.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for the Trailblazers.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Giannis, and he makes good on the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 17 points here in the second half.
Boy, the added work in the weight room for Giannis coming into play there. I mean, you got to send an army to try to stop this guy.
Up top, Covington. Back to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Kicks it out to Covington. The three from McCollum. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Antetokounmpo. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Lillard scanning the floor. He kicks to Covington. Back to Lillard. Passes it to McCollum. 5 on the clock. Takes it from 10. Here's Covington. Here's Nurkic. Moves back up. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Portland.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Damian Lillard.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
And the shot goes in.
A nice job from Lopez to catch and shoot in a fluid motion. And for a guy as big as he is, that's really impressive.
Lillard against Holiday. Here is Lillard. Left side Covington. Nurkic trying to get open, but he gets it back. Covington finds Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Great D that time from Nurkic. To the left wing. McCollum outside. Powell kicks to McCollum. Lets it go with the three. He can't get that one. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in.
Hey, Kevin.
Very dangerous indeed. David, thanks. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
And the Clippers starting five. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the point. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
The drive by Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
And how high can you fly? I mean, he finishes that one with some pop.
GA after getting loose in the lane with a scintillating move. Now here's Beverly. The 3. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
Here's Giannis after Los Angeles picked up 3 with their last shot. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early. And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in LA, but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Lopez, no luck.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Do you see the game plan is working already? 4 straight makes to start this one.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Trying to get open is Lopez. It's good on the putback.
And with his length and explosiveness, it's never a surprise to see Giannis get points on the offensive glass. Great nose for the ball.
Now here's Beverly. Here's George. Morris trying to free himself up. And there's Paul George on the assist by Beverly.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Holiday surveying the floor. Another shot. And it's Antetokounmpo with the bucket inside. Giannis has got 6 points.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
George. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Beverly against Holiday. Dishes it to Antetokounmpo. And here is DiVincenzo. It's rebounded by Leonard. A minute 42 left to play here in the first. Lopez with the steal. And Holiday kicks to Giannis. The shot by Holiday, no good.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
George with no one around. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And that one's good by Giannis. He's got 8.
It's just hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor.
Clippers leading by 6. 1:02 left in the first quarter of the game. And Leonard gets it to go.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Antetokounmpo passes to Holiday. Back to Giannis, and stolen by Cousins. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Antetokounmpo passes to DiVincenzo. We've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter. Leonard with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's George. Kicks it out to Leonard. Fires for three. Milwaukee with the rebound. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Middleton. And it's off the back rim. No good. Oh, Leonard in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And boy, Kawhi is the perfect target. The big reach to get to the pass and the great hands on the catch.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Los Angeles on top, up by 12. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter.
I think the most important lesson that I got is
all part of the process of achieving greatness.
Yeah, and most guys have had to go through it. MJ, LeBron, leading a team to a championship rarely happens early on.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Guys, we've seen a confident-looking Clippers team out there.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. They've got P.J. Tucker. He's out there with Bobby Portis. And it's T in at the one spot.
Aggressive, relentless, and Portis handles the ball better than most guys his size.
Rondo against T. Kennard kicks to Rondo. The pass to Zubac. Now Kennard on the wing. Jackson. Here's Zubac. Great D that time from Portis.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Rondo looking over the floor. And there's the foul. It will go on P.J. Tucker. That is his first foul of the game. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for the Bucks. Holiday comes in for Jeff T. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Mann's checked in. Here's Batum. Stolen by Tucker. Here is Forbes. The tray. The shot by Holiday, no good.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
And Holiday, here we go. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
He's able to shift gears in an instant. Hard to stay in front of Holiday on the drive.
Here's Jackson. Batum trying to break loose. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Jackson's got his second bucket.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Tucker dishes to Holiday. Pass to Connaughton. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots. The shot missing. So the Clippers will take it the other way. At the top of the key, Batum. Passes to Mann. In the corner, Kennard with it. To the paint. Here's Zubac. Count that one. Zubac has got the lead up to 14 now for the Clippers. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table. But in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off. Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are three names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did.
Shutout in the first quarter. He's heating up now. I like the aggressiveness.
Outside Holiday. Yes, that goes in.
And that's the pressure Holiday puts on your defense. Sees the opportunity, gets his shot inside.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. Hits the three-point bomb. Jackson's got 9.
In case anyone was wondering, this is what it looks like when you're in the zone. He hasn't missed one all quarter.
Holiday finds Portis. And foul on the shot. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review show.
And so that's the end of the first half. Clippers lead by 15.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello back. The story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He had 9 points. And that
and there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. They've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Beverly in at the point guard position. DiVincenzo passes to Middleton. Morris with the rebound. Clippers leading by 17. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
So explosive with the dunk. Kawhi Leonard gets up quick to slam it down.
Giannis outside. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
I mean, every time down the floor, this is what you're trying to do. Find the right matchup.
Here's George. Offensive rebound. Pass to Cousins. Shooting foul, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
DiVincenzo with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Portis. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Already with a lot of muscle packed onto his frame, Bobby Portis able to finish through contact.
Rajon Rondo is checked in for the Clippers. Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him #1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. Middleton against Leonard. Now the pass to DiVincenzo. Rebound by the Clippers. Cousins has got 4 rebounds in this game.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Leonard, no luck.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
DiVincenzo can't hit it. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half.
What an athlete Paul George is, leaping up with such ease on those throwdowns.
Bucks trail by 19. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Here's Giannis. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Batum, good.
Rondo is out there to distribute the ball. He is a master at finding the open man.
Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Teague. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's his first trip to the line. And he can't get the first line.
And as you would expect from the way he plays, Teague is a terrific free throw shooter.
Lopez, he's checked in for the Bucks. Los Angeles leading by 18. Pass to Leonard. Back to Rondo. 46 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Rondo. Rondo's got 4 assists in the game. The Bucks have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Teague kicks to Lopez. Back to Teague. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And Teague is just so calm and collected when he gets near the rim.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Right side, Batum. Left side, Leonard. Passes it to Mann. Just 5 on the clock. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Mann's got his first points of the game.
I mean, a great look by Kawhi, aware of what the defense is trying to do, understands the spacing.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. We've got Holiday. Brook Lopez is out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Forbes in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Los Angeles leading by 18. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Like a gazelle cruising down the court, Kawhi's difficult to stay with in transition.
Leonard with the steal. Outside Jackson. Jacks up a 3. Leonard, no luck.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And I know this coaching staff loves seeing Lopez play a physical brand of basketball, even if it means he has to take a few knocks here and there.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Chris Middleton comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Bryn Forbes. Jackson passes to Beverly. Now, here's Kennard. Here's Leonard. And it's sent back by Lopez.
It's a bonus whenever Lopez comes up with the swat. Want to see more of this from the big fella.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
Pass to Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Leonard's got 4 points this quarter.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Holiday, the pass to Giannis. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Great D that time from Leonard. And the rejection by Giannis. Trying to get open is DiVincenzo. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go. Antetokounmpo's got 10 points here in the second half. On the wing, Jackson. Down low. Lopez with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Antetokounmpo. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Nicholas Batum.
You know, we always talk about what a rare talent Giannis is, and it's true. Unrivaled athleticism and versatility.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Batum. Marcus Morris comes in for Luke Kennard. And Georgia subbed in for Jackson. Cousins inside. Lopez is there. And there's Paul George on the assist by Cousins.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Beverly with the ball. Now guarded by Giannis. And Leonard puts it up from deep three. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Off the catch, Leonard with the quick trigger. Nothing but money.
Holiday dishes to Middleton. And the pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Middleton.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
And then Cousins with the dunk.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
The feed to George. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Los Angeles.
They really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Definitely just simply shot the ball well. One of those games to be proud of.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Paul George.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
Wide open. Lopez, great positioning on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Outside Rondo. Floats it up for Cousins.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And you got to like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
They put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
Here's Forbes. Wow, drew the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. That free throw, no good.
He was one of those great summer league stories. Bryn Forbes can get by as a knockdown shooter while still rounding out the rest of his game.
And so it's Rondo bringing it up for Los Angeles. And Tucker kicks to Antetokounmpo. Now Tucker back to Antetokounmpo. Takes it from 10. And the shot is long. Outside Jackson to the inside. Here's Oturu. So the Clippers winning this one easily. This was a very... All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.